everyone. I thought that we would create a video based on just the top 5 questions that I get asked. I've put some plaits in my hair for him. Ta-da! So that might keep him occupied, especially when I'm not directly talking to him. So we'll see how that goes. Now, the number 1 question that I get all the time is, who am I? My name is Zoe, and I'm Pluto's mum. Another question we get is, how old is Pluto? He's 16, and we have had him since he was 3 months old. We got to visit him before we brought him home. Another question that we get asked quite often is, how old was Pluto when he was talking? And in fact, he was already saying hello before we got him. So he was a very early talker. The person that hand reared him talked to all of the little quakers, and he was pretty much out of the gate saying hello, weren't you? Yes. And so we just continued with that excitement of teaching him and training him, and really he would do a lot of practice. So he would do a lot of practice of his talking before we could clearly understand the words that he would say. That's one of the things that I often mention to people, is that your bird could be saying words and practicing when you're not in the room. Quakers are prone to be closet talkers. It is probably slightly unusual that Pluto is so talkative in front of everyone. Like, we can have visitors come over and he will be yelling out all of his words and singing. So yes, he is just a chatterbox, and that's just the way that he is. Yes. Now, one of the other questions that we get is, what is that big purple ball in his cage? And it's called a jolly ball. And I first saw it in a Quaker forum group when he was probably about 12 months old. And I actually had ordered it from the USA at the time. And so I don't know if they're still around now. I don't know, this was 15 years ago. So he used to really love it, and he would just get in there and play and all that sort of stuff. But I would say the last 4 or 5 years, you're okay? I'd say the last 4 or 5 years he hasn't really got in it, and so I actually took it out of his new cage. The other most common question that I get is potty training. And I think it's to the point where nearly every video that I make now, I talk about, do not try and potty train your parrot. It will not work, and it's actually unhealthy for them. So as parrots get older, they typically will less frequently poo. But when they are young, they can poo, I think, every 5 to 10 minutes. Pluto does understand what going potty is, but I never, ever, ever stop him or tell him off for going potty on me. So essentially, at the end of the day, I am the one that is potty trained, and I will pick up cues and pick up signs of when he begins to fidget. And so in essence, what Pluto does, and every bird will be different, Pluto begins to shuffle on my shoulder as if he's backing up to try and find a position to sort of poop over the edge, if you want to think of it that way. And so I've begun to understand and learn when he's getting fidgety and he's trying to find a position, if you want to put it that way. And at that point, I will typically always have a tissue handy. And then at that point, I will ask him to hop up. Are you going to come up? Are you going to hop? You coming? Hop up. Good boy. Good boy. And I'll ask him to go potty. He probably doesn't need to go. Do you want to go potty? What do you do? Lots of praise and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, who's a good boy? And so your next question might be, is how did he know to go potty when I asked him to go potty then? And so that happened when he was young, and I would simply started timing how often he was going potty, because as I mentioned earlier, when they are younger, they typically go potty more frequently. So I would time it, and then once I had an idea of how often he was sort of going potty, I would go collect him and I would wait until it sort of was around about that time, and I would simply keep saying, go potty, and when he naturally went potty, it was excitement, yay, you've done such a good job, yay. And then I just kept on doing that, and over a course of a number of weeks, he was actually saying go potty, and then he was also starting to go potty when I had asked him to go potty. And so that's how we managed to potty train him, in an essence of him understanding what going potty was, not in the essence of stopping him from going potty when he needed to. And so any accidents that happen, my accident, I just simply put him onto the other shoulder, grab something and wipe it off. So birds are messy, and that's just how it is. Birds are messy, and you need to expect that you're going to get poop on you. It's just going to happen, isn't it? Have you got a kiss? Kisses? Should we say goodbye? We say bye-bye? Bye! We'll see you in the next video. I hope that's answered some of your questions.